Hi, I'm Paula Morales, and I play Chelsea Moore in Harvest Night. In this video, we'll look at a guide on how to complete the Harvest Night demo and understand how the enemy AI works. We are going to break this video down into several points. First point, explaining the ODM system, or Enemy Movement Opportunity, and how it works across the game's various difficulty levels. Second point, we will go through a detailed map of the house step by step, examining all the points assigned to the enemy in depth to understand how the system works and devise a strategy for our playthrough. Third point, we will examine the enemy's movements and actions in depth so we can learn to identify what they do during the match. And finally, last but not least, the predetermined route for advancing and completing the game's objectives. Without further ado, let's get to the video. The ODM, or more simply, the enemy's movement opportunity, is the system that determines how the enemy decides its next move. Several factors come into play here, such as the noise the player makes, which can alert the Straw Reaper. Leaving doors or drawers open can cause the enemy to alter its ODM mid-game. We will cover that later. Let's look at how this works across the game's various difficulty levels: Night Terror and New Jersey Insomnia, since the Sweet Dreams difficulty features no hostile characters. Depending on the chosen difficulty, the game generates a number between 0 and 100 every few seconds. If the generated number is less than or equal to the threshold set for that difficulty, the ODM activates, and the enemy chooses from various points distributed across the map. Conversely, if the number exceeds that threshold, the ODM does not activate. As a result, the enemy takes breaks during patrols, giving the player a better chance of survival. As shown on screen, the ODM is quite forgiving on the Night Terror difficulty setting. It activates only 35% of the time. In contrast, on the highest difficulty, it activates 100% of the time. Let's now look at all the actions and movements programmed for the enemy. As you can see on screen, these include patrolling, stalking, the time it takes to detect the player, and the hit accuracy when striking the player. There is also a fake retreat mechanic, where the enemy tricks the player into thinking it is leaving, only to hide and jump out to scare them later, as well as checking hiding spots and detecting player-generated sounds. The higher the value, the more likely the enemy is to perform that action. This table shows that during Night Terror, the enemy will miss some attacks, not always patrol, not always check the hiding spot, etc. In contrast, at maximum difficulty, all attributes are boosted to practically their maximum levels. In this image, we will visually identify the Straw Reaper's patrol, stalking, and hiding spot checkpoints, along with a detailed map of the house showing the rooms. The yellow dots mark their patrol routes. The green dots indicate hiding spots where they will check to see if you are concealed. The red dot marks the spot where they will hide to lie in wait and startle the player. This image shows the first floor of the house. In the second image, a new color appears: purple. This color indicates the security cameras located on the second floor, which will alert the Straw Reaper if they detect you. And in this image, we see the top floor of the house, the attic. As you can see, the enemy can also patrol and lie in wait for us here. Strategy for completing the game. As shown on screen, this is the ideal route for completing the game. It displays the room name, the requirements to unlock it, and the items found inside. The order in which you unlock certain rooms may vary, but the key ones are identical to what is shown in this video. And finally, we look at the steps to follow, from unlocking the attic to obtaining the key to escape the house. Before wrapping up the video, here are a few tips for tackling the Insomnia difficulty in New Jersey, in case you decide to give this extreme mode a try. Avoid running whenever possible. If you can, move while crouching when the screen static is intense, or you hear the enemy laughing or breathing. One strategy that can work is to stand still for a moment and then proceed once the on-screen effects subside. I hope you find this guide from Lone Road useful. I'm Paula Morales. Best regards, and see you next time.